This is Chad with Tippy.com, and today I'm going to take a look at Hero of Sparta II for the iPhone. Make sure I have my volume off here. And I'm just going to select a chapter to play to kind of give you an idea of what it is. So it kind of shows you the levels after you've completed them. So why don't we start off here? Why don't I go to, let's say, the second level, and I'll just hit play. And I've already gone through, I've got about 5 or 6 different weapons now. And so what the premise is very much like the first one. You go through, you basically defeat all the bad guys, you can unlock different combos. This is kind of nice because it borrows heavily from God of War, so one of the weapons is like a hand chain weapon, which is kind of fun. You get a very unique like helmet, and you throw fireballs type of thing. It's kind of cool. And you also get like these feathers that allow you to fly, and a couple other things, so it's kind of fun. So this is just kind of a cinematic here. And what we're going to do is when you go back and selectively play the levels, you get all of the extra bonuses, which is kind of nice. So I'll be able to start off the game, or this level anyway, in any difficulty I want. Again, I kind of put it on easy. And I can use any weapons I want. Even though the cinemas always display the shield and the sword, I can pretty much pick whatever weapon I want. This game is a lot of fun to play. The downside is that the graphics are so good that it typically, it's wanting to walk you through the tutorial, which is somewhat annoying, even though I've already beaten the level. It causes kind of a slow frame rate, which is a little frustrating. So you can see here what you can do is on the attack button here, I can swipe down, I can swipe up, I can launch people in the air when it responds, which is part of the frame rate issue. There you go. You can pull them back down and slam them to the ground and do lots of fun things. So I'm just going to kind of defeat these guys here, and then I'll be able to show you the moves. So this is jump, and you can double jump. This is block here. You can move around. You select your weapons here. So here's like the fire weapon. You throw fireballs. And these little rotating fireballs act as an attack. So if an enemy gets close enough, it takes them out. You have your wing weapon, which is kind of nice because when you jump, you can actually fly. Not that I can demo that here. You have your standard sword and shield, but I like the claws. They're fun. So we're just going to kind of go through the level here, just to get a general idea of the gameplay. And the game is great. It's just a little slow in the frame rate area. As you can see, as he runs, it's not as smooth as it could be. But it certainly gives you a great feeling of butt kicking, that's for sure. It is a lot of fun. I'm hoping that an update that comes out soon will go ahead and address some of those concerns and those issues. When you get the little skulls above their head, that means you can kind of execute a special move, and I'll go ahead and show that to you here. Here's an example of how you can glide, except when you fly into a cinema like I did, then it abruptly stops you. But we don't want to spoil anything, so this one basically emblazons your shield with electrical power, because if you hold down the attack button, you basically get special attacks. So this one's kind of fun here. If you hold it down, at least with the claw weapon, so it kind of does a rapid punch like that. It's kind of fun. So you just kind of take them out. It's a good time. And then, of course, you get the little balls that are coming up. They're for points and for energy, because if you go over here, you can upgrade your weapon as you cycle through. You can take your points. I've applied all these special stones that you find to a particular weapon to make it more powerful, so on and so forth. You also have the ability to go into options and help, and there's like achievements and all these other fun things. So it is actually a pretty good game. The biggest downsides, like I said, are frame rate, and the other issue really is lack of monster variety. These little blue guys, these are pretty much what you beat like 90% of the time. There's a couple extras, but for the most part, this is about it. So you get the general gameplay. It's just this over and over again. It's a lot of fun. So it's definitely a good God of War attempt to have on the iPhone. I mean, for $7, I think the game right now is $6.99 in the App Store. It's a great deal. And you can basically have, and we'll skip here, God of War in your hand for the most part. Lots of fun. Then very often you'll come across levels where you have this little green button and you have to tap back and forth to lift objects or move them. And then you also have a Minotaur. And one of the fun things that they've done in this game is you can latch actually onto the Minotaur and control them. You can also crouch and roll and do other things like that. Like I said, it's actually a very good game. But I don't want to spoil it all for you. So this is Hero of Sparta 2 for the iPhone.